Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for the few minutes of silence. I was just getting a few things set up for this evening's race. Welcome back to DRS once again. Dynamic Racing Series here in its 16th season of racing here. I'll join. Let's take a look who's got our track map and data up. I do apologise. Oh, there we go. I thought you weren't able to hear me for a second. I couldn't see the blow party in the top corner. Do apologise if things sound a bit monotone or a bit quiet. I was at a concert last night and the voice is it took a bit of a battering, let's just say that. Luckily it's recovered enough for me to talk you through this evening's race. Round 4 of season 16 here at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. At the moment we're following Muxy round on his first lap of the session. I've been told we're apparently expecting one more driver, but there's no sign of them just yet. I mean, it's a decent field, it's a different field size anyway, 14 drivers. And for those who are wondering, I mentioned the gig I went to last night. It was Ocean Colour Scene. So if I end up dropping a couple of random references to that, you'll probably understand where they've come from. If you're aware of the band, of course. Let me just get the stream up on my phone. What's my audio sounding like to you, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are? That might be a bit too loud on my phone. There we go. So currently Muxy, our pole sitter, what was... I know Senna mentioned he's got a new kind of challenge. Where is it? So apparently, Senna's new tasks for the next few races, he has to do his soft qualifying runs before the 10-minute mark in the session, and then follow up either on a scrubbed set of tyres for the rest of the session. And then the race, still got to do the Joker lap, but it's only going to be one lap now, so box for softs, do a go around lap, come straight back in and onto his normal strategy. Speaking of, here is the championship leader, Senna 17. Let's actually go on board. As Lord Coleman now takes provisional pole position. How long that's going to last, I don't know. There we go. The yellow flag in the sector ahead, but seems to be clearing as Senna gets there. Seems to be a Mercedes in a bit of trouble. Don't know if it just goes slowly or... Keep an eye on that Mercedes just ahead. He's way out the way. No worries there. bit of a moment for Senna as he was going. I think that's turn 10. Vedlaw's been disqualified for the session for driving the wrong way. That's interesting. Anyway, here comes Senna to the line, a 1:12.356. Currently our provisional pole time by 3/10. And I believe that'll be Senna's one and only fresh tyre lap. He's going to do an in-lap here. Let's see, is anyone on a flyer? I'm not sure if Sloth is. Let's meet down the order to Shawnee. I don't know if he's on a lap actually. Let's look at Smoke It or is invalidated. Can I keep going? Interesting. As we follow Smoke It now, he's coming up to turn 10. I was kind of right, it was turn 10, 11 when I sat out that moment a few moments ago. Around the final corner. Where's Smug gonna go? He's up to 9th. So let's now take a look. Who is currently... We'll take a look at Alan Newt here, rounding the final corner, Catalunya corner. Only a slight time improvement. Let's move, keep moving, let's use... Shawnee now gets a lap in. 1:13.7. Let's take a look at Centra Finley. Probably hoping for a better... Hoping for an improvement at least. If you've been joining us for the last couple seasons, you will know that Finley's not only... I think he's won... this is testing my knowledge now. There's a Pro-Am and a Pro Split Championship, now putting him into the Platinum, I think they call it. I can't remember. No, Extreme. That's what I'm getting confused with my other... one of my other leagues I could take part in. Only a couple of places up for Finley, probably... I'm gonna say, is it just the track he doesn't get on with? I don't know. Here's Muxie now. I think they're not on a lap looking at the battery lights on the rear. And they weren't. Anybody actually on a lap at the moment? Let's take a look at DRS time here in the other Aston Martin. I don't know if you guys... I don't know if you guys can pick up on it, but my voice is... It's going to drop out a couple times, I think. But we're going to power through. Nope. Oh. Bit of a weird spin for Simon there. Well, looks like we've got 5 minutes left in the session. Currently, all things looking towards Senna on pole once again, despite being hit with some new set of restrictions. Is Finley on another lap? Or was this in a lap? No. I think it's trying to be another lap. Purple sector according to the game there. There it comes. Down through the into the final corner now. Using all the track on the exit. It's only a 10.5 improvement on his time. But no position gained. I did see the Senna has started to offer some coaching to the other drivers in the field. I believe Finley has been one of the drivers to take part in it. I don't know if he's... I was just checking chat just to see if, Finley has mentioned anything, or... I wonder if anyone's in chat. Finley coming in now, that's probably going to be his last run, unless he can get a very, very quick turnaround. Look at Lord Coleman now starting his final lap, I assume. Seems to be Aston Martin is stopped at turn 5 there. It'll be Sim, I think. Anyway, Lord Coleman come to the end of Sector 2. It's a 10th improvement, or over a 10th improvement, should I say. Purple sector according to the game, but I don't know how true or accurate that is. Here he comes. Through the final 2 corners here. All the way to the line. Oh, just missing out on pole position by a massive hundredths. And I got a couple of drivers stopped at pit exit there. We'll watch on board with Sloth here. A little bit down in the first sector. Let's have a look. Shawnee up to 5th. I didn't even notice that. Sloth abandons the lap just before we spacing into the pit lane. Mr. Pickle has invalidated their final lap. Al Newt is currently going through turn 5. Lap is still going for them. Now everyone, if they've not crossed the line now, they'll be finished. Their qualifying will be done at the end of this lap. Let's look at Newt as he comes to the line. Improves the time, but no position gain. Be a 3rd place start as long as there's no other improvements through the field. Swanson just behind the Newt at the moment. Will they go up to 3rd? Yes, he will. Nearly a 10th improvement for Swanson there. Finley up to 6th place in the end. Shawnee being dropped down to 7th. Smuggy, I think he's one of our last drivers on a flyer now. Oh, as he goes wide in the final corner. But actually, Moxie's going slow. And Senna's on the scrub tyres as required. So at the end of qualifying here in Spain, only 400 separate Senna and Lord Coleman on the front row there. Swanson and Al Newt on the second row. Sloth, Finley, Shawnee, Mr. Pickle, Muxie and Easy Life the rest of your top 10. Just missing out, we got Smugkit, 50 Gen, DRS Sime and Deadlord who got disqualified early in the session. And I've noticed I've started to go in very, very Dalek-y, you know. So now, just while we wait for the drivers... Let me just do a little party reset. Fuck it now. Yeah, my voice is... It's, I won't say it's on its way out, but it's... It's seen better days, I think. That's what happens when a load of brummies from the 1990s decide to have a little bit of a sing-song nearby. So now we just wait for the drivers to pick their strategies. I'll tell you what I can do, because we've not done it already. We'll do the standings. So we'll look at the driver standings. At the moment, it's a perfect record for Senna from all 3 races so far this season. Currently has a 37-point gap over the Sloth in second. Lord Coleman not too far behind, +3 behind Sloth. 40 points the total gap between him and Senna. Then the McLarens, Mr. Pickle and essentially finally the rest of the top 5. In the overall, we got Swanson, Alnews, Frosty, KD and Sainsy, the rest of the top 10. In the constructors, it's a little bit closer. Or the team, should I say. 6 points separate Ferrari and Aston Martin. McLaren move up to third, 9 points behind Aston Martin. Alpine 3 behind in fourth, 3 behind McLaren in fourth. Sauber 14 behind Alpine in fifth. And the rest of the way we got Red Bull, Williams, Mercedes and Haas and Racing Bulls at the bottom because they've not had a single driver in the team yet. By the way, if anyone's not already racing in this league who's watching thinking, you know what, Tuesdays at 8 o'clock, you know, it's a good time to go racing. Well, I'm pretty sure there's a bit of a search for some more drivers just to fill out the grid a little bit more, so if you're interested, I'm pretty sure the details will be somewhere in the YouTube somewhere when it gets re-uploaded after. Very, very quickly before I think the formation lap starts, we got the amateurs, 50 Gent and Muxie locked on 55 points for the top of that one. 50 currently has the advantage. I think that's from the best. And next result. We got Shawnee, Easy Life and Deadlord in that one. In the extremes, Senna has the 33-point lead over Central Finlay. And then we've got Swanson and Frosty racing in that one too. I can see this formation lap started just behind us there. In the pros, Lord Coleman has a 10-point lead over Mr. Pickle, who has a 17-point lead over Smugget in third, and Syme just at the back, 3 points behind Smugget there, or 30 points behind Lord Coleman. And then last but not least, the Pro-Ams, we've got Sloth on top of that one by 23 points ahead of Alnews. Sainsy 3 points behind Newt there, and KD Races a little bit further behind, 20 points behind Sainsy in fourth for the Pro-Ams. Let's get a very, very quick look at the tyres. It's a very quick lap, so I don't even know if I'm going to have time for this. Mediums seem to be the favourite tyre. A couple on the hards, Shawnee, Easy and Syme. Smugget strangely choosing the soft tyres to start. So we go, these last few drivers coming to the grid there. Just waiting on the light here. 33 laps ahead of us here at Spain. The lights are out and away here in Catalonia. And it seems Senna's got the advantage when against again. Deadlord having a bit of a slow start in the background. It's another perfect start for Senna there. As it looks like everyone is safely through the first two corners. Maybe not. I think there was a Mercedes and a Ferrari. I think they're like locked together or something. I don't know. But anyway. Oh, there's a Ferrari going into the wall in the background there. Oh, never mind. That might have been Smug Git who went into the wall. I don't know. There was at least... I definitely saw a flash of red heading towards the inside wall there. Not entirely sure what happened there, but anyway. Oh, someone very, very wide in the background as they came through turn 9. And Senna seems to be doing Senna things once again here in DRS. 9/10 lead at the end of the first lap. Never mind, it crossed into a second briefly. A second pulled in a lap. That is insane stuff. So now I see Finley's moved up to 4th off the start. Smudgate and Sloth both in the pits, probably for wing changes after that first lap incident. So now let's keep an eye . I wonder, has Coleman... I wonder, has he just, you know, turned the pressure on a bit, you know? Don't let Senna get too far ahead before that Joker pit stop. Oh, there's another incident for Smudgate there. Wing seems to be intact, but I think that might just be a cold tyre spin. He's back underway though. I do apologise again, but the constant voice breaks, it's slightly annoying, but what can we do? Well, except not go out to a concert the night before a race. But oh well. Yellow flag, sector 2. Oh, there's a bit of a multi-car incident there. Al Newton's centre Finley, I think. News receiving a 10-second penalty for it. I'm not sure what's happened there. And we, as I think Moxie's now had an incident himself. It's brought out the VSC, I believe. Yes, it is a virtual safety car at the moment. Very dramatic opening 3 laps here. I'm going to have to do some stream searching later to see what happened between those guys there, because... Anyways, we're back under green flag conditions. Senna now, his gap is 2 seconds in the lead of this one. A bit further back here, we got a little DRS train forming, I guess. Got Shawnee, 50 and Easy Life all fighting for 4th place. Deadlord 7 seconds, well 6.7 or maybe it's we'll call it 6.7. That was the number I saw. No, we'll go 7 seconds. Yeah, he's 7 seconds away from this group. At the moment, it might not be the day he catches the train. I just realised I've kind of messed up that reference, but oh well. Whereas now Swanson gets a track limits warning penalty as well. Very chaotic opening 5 laps. Let's keep an eye. Where is Senna? Senna's currently 3.5 seconds ahead of Lord Coleman there. Moxie with the new fastest lap of the race. We're going to head back to that battle for 4th real quick. I mean, this is a good opportunity for the likes of Shawnee, 50 and Easy. I think drives like this don't really come often. If I was them, I'd take the opportunity with both hands while you can. What was a yellow flag? Oh, it might have been 50 Gent. He's had a bit of a moment in between the final 2 corners there. He's back underway again. Seems to have got away with it. But now he's got to hold off 50. He's got to hold off Deadlord. In the other Williams. Oh, there's another incident. Final corner might be Smug Gear again. Just seems to be struggling in this one. And now Deadlord, he's in the DRS of 50 Gent. He's going to look to the inside of turn 1 here. It was a bit tight. The barging wheels, they're still barging. I think 50's had to concede it there. I don't know how much of that was reluctant to give the position away or something else. Interesting exchange, I'll just say that. Oh no, his Deadlord spins from 6th place. Need to watch them sausage curbs. He's back underway again. Very unfortunate for the Williams driver there. They're having a decent run. And Shawnee seeming to gap Easy Life a bit now. Gap is about 2 seconds. To be fair, I was going to say they're not too far away from Swanson, but they don't seem to be making a major inroad towards 3rd place there. Let's take a look at this. Deadlord and Mr. Pickle. I think Pickle got involved in the incident earlier. Deadlord a bit wider turn 10-11. Nearly loses it in 12. Not sure what's going on there. Swanson now went the first driver to pit on a strategy. It's a set of hards for the Mercedes there. Let's take a look at this. Al needs some centre Finley. Possible battle for 11th here. Now, I assume these two were involved in the incident earlier. Actually, yeah, they were, 'cause I remember the penalty thing was like, oh yeah, it was a severe collision with Centra Finley. Again, I think we just missed it on stream there, but I will probably do a bit diving into some streams post-race. Here comes Finley now, using the DRS flap on the back of the car. He's through into 11th. I can see at the top there, Easy Life has brought the gap in a bit. Well, it's a battle for 3rd now. Might swap to that in a second, but let's have a look at Swanson and 50 Gens here. Swanson going to have the DRS as he comes off the final corner. Side by side. very easily through on the Sauber. What was the yellow flag? Sector 3. I think it's a Mercedes again. And that'll be Smug Git. Bit of a moment for Finley there. He's just going through. Turn 10, 11. Finley holding that last points position as well. Which will be all important come the end of the season. Coleman now choosing to pit himself, same for Shawnee. Now promotes Easy Life up to second place. And there's a change in the order as well, because Swanson has managed to come out ahead of Coleman. And now Senna in. This is going to be his Joker stop here. Onto the soft tyres. And Easy Life will stay out to become the on-road race leader. Not also into the pits now. Send it back in to do the Joker stop as again. Onto the hards as he is now back onto his strategy. Drops him down to, I think, lowest 6th. Let's see if he can use the new tyres and his pace advantage to come back to the win. Smoke it now, getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I think this is halfway at the end of this lap. Or at least I'll consider it halfway at the end of the lap. As Mr. Pickle and Shawnee fighting away for 4th. This is a very good drive for Shawnee. I'm going to touch my wooden desk and hope no bad luck comes his way tonight. Easy Life staying out a few more laps here. Yellow flag somewhere. Might be for Syme. And Easy Life now finally pitting from the lead. Mr. Pickle now out the pits. Just comes out ahead of 50 Gent there. Let's have a bit of a scroll through the field and then we'll head back to that. Oh, Shawnee, no! Oh, mate, no. So unfortunate for the Alpine driver there. Well, Senna is already up to third in his quest to return to the top step there. He's got a bit of a way to go. It's nearly 10 seconds separate him and Swanson. We do have effectively 13 laps to go here in Catalonia. Moxie now getting a time penalty as well. At least it's not like the other week where penalties everywhere. So now let's have a look. The gap is coming down between Swanson and Coleman for the lead. Senna is gaining, but not too much. You can see him just coming to view at the top of the screen there. It's gonna be interesting final 10 or so laps here. I don't know why I've turned into Morty from Rick and Morty, but anyway. What actually does matter is the racing on track here. And Coleman is not too far away from that. He's not too far away from the DRS range. Al Newt comes back into the pits. A little bit unlucky after the incident early on. And there it is. 7/10 is the gap. They come to the start finish straight now. We now have 11 laps to go. Senna's getting closer, but he's not close enough just yet. And it's probably going to be a similar thing here. These two, Coleman and Swanson, they'll be determined to be the first driver to beat Senna's win streak this season. Down the hill now into the little chicane at the bottom. Coleman and his Red Bull, it's all over the rear of that Mercedes. Definitely going to try and set up that start finish straight into turn 1 move. Senna now, the gap is just crossing under 6 seconds. These guys have got to be very, very careful. It's nearly a second a lap faster that Senna's going at the moment. Coleman has a look, but he's not close enough. Senna now, the gap is 5.5. 1.5 quicker since we last saw him. Smokey having another moment, this time turn 9. This is great racing at the front here, I'll tell you that for sure. Still a yellow flag out. I think that's just Smokey getting out of the way. Yes, it is. Oh, Coleman, he's having a look into turn 10, but not close enough. Once again. And he's got to be careful because these kind of... The longer he takes to get past Swanson, the more easy it'll get for Senna to come back. That's probably his best opportunity yet. Half a second gap off the final corner. He's got DRS. But again, he's not close enough to make the move. And now Senna is nearly 4 seconds away. There's gonna become a point where it gets a bit uncomfortable. You know? I reckon the second it hits a 2-second gap to Senna, these boys will be thinking, okay, let's actually work together to stop him getting through and winning this race. I don't know, we'll see what happens in the next couple laps here. I believe it'll be 7 to go at the line. Shawnee P, to make matters worse, a 3-second time penalty now. Luckily with the gap back to Simon, I think he should keep 10th place. But just another good race where what could have been for Shawnee there. Now the gap is under 3 seconds behind to Senna. And these boys got to be very, very conscious about how they are driving the next few laps. He close enough to have a little bit of a look at it, but nothing there. Must be getting agonising for Coleman. He knows Senna is coming. He can't do anything about it. He can't pass Swanson. He'll appreciate the constant DRS, but this is not what Coleman wants. I said it about yeah, we said, it could be Senna could be in DRS range at the end, either in the next straight or on the end of next lap, this lap at least. This is going to get a very interesting final couple laps. I believe it's 5 to go at the end of this one. I couldn't tell you who I've got my money on. So no, it'll be 6 to go, sorry, at the end of the next lap. But anyway, yeah, you can see the green British Racing green of the Aston Martin is in striking distance now. And today is the day he caught the train. unlike Deadlord earlier. I had to get it in. I had to do it proper. I'm sorry for that one. But here he comes. Championship leader Senna. Now, this could get interesting because Senna is basically in a DRS train here, but the advantage in pace he's had all season long and even before this season. But pace doesn't matter when you're in a DRS train. Or does it? Senna looks to the inside. Doesn't get through on Coleman, but it's going to hold Coleman up there. I just got to remember, Swanson does have a track limits penalty. So unless Coleman and Senna pick one up themselves, the fight for the lead is effectively between these two on screen now. It is Red Bull versus Aston Martin. It's almost like 2023 all over again. They need to be careful about the lapped car just ahead of him as well. Well, they're not quite a lap car just yet, but they are going to be a back marker soon. We will have 4 laps to go at the line in a moment here. And there comes Senna once again. He's got a very, very good run. Swings out around the to the inside of Coleman. He is through on Coleman. Coleman goes a bit over the curbs at turn 2. And now he has his sights set. He's pretty much got the win on time with Swanson's penalty. But I think we all know he wants to take the win on circuit. Let's just get a quick fastest lap update. I think I know it went to Senna, but let's just double check. Oh no, it's Moxley. Oh, it's very, very close as well. But anyway, let's take a look here at the front. Swanson takes the inside line away from Senna, but Senna, it doesn't matter to Senna, he's through. And back into the on the road lead with 2 3/4 of a lap to go. You know what? Wherever you stick in his way to stop him, it doesn't matter. Senna is always going to find a way. Like it's gonna have to get to a point where he's gonna have to have a forced back of the grid start or something. The yellow flag just ahead of him. I think it's Syme who's spun just in front of his teammate here. And now we will have 2 laps to go here. Let's take a look at Swanson and Coleman. Does Coleman have anything for Swanson? I think Smuggate's coming to another problem. It's just not been a good night for Smugate there. Now, Senna, a 2-second lead. That is incredible. This late into a race as well, to pull 2 seconds. So now, is this finally Lord Coleman's opportunity to take second on the road? He's going to look to the inside. Oh, Swanson tries to outbrake him. Coleman, he's looking to the inside, turn 3. Oh, they're still side by side as they go through turn 3. But Coleman, he gets his head, he gets his nose in front, and he's through into turn P2 on the road. He doesn't need to worry about the penalty now. He's got it secured. I've only just clocked as well. Easy Life up to 4th place. I've gone full Mickey Mouse. I don't know why. But yeah, Easy Life now up to 4th place. Going to be a very, very good result for the Ferrari driver there. But I feel like there's going to be a bit of an interesting, a few interesting things to look at after in terms of this race, especially the opening couple laps. But anyway, let's look away from the beginning of the race and look at the end. Here comes Senna around the final corner to take another win here in DRS. And I think Swanson just picked up another 3-second time penalty on the final corner there. I completely missed it, but Easy Life there crossing the road crossing the line in 4th place. And here comes Mr. Pickle. Just got a bit of a wait for Muxie. We just missed Smugate crossing the line there. Just not sure what's happened to Smugate there this evening. Here comes Muxie to the line. Followed closely by 50 Gent. 50 Gent taking the position on penalty as well. Here comes Finley, Shawnee. Oh, what could have been for Shawnee this evening? We got Sloth. We should soon have the 2 Williams of Newton Deadlord. Our final finishers on the lead lap. There we are on the podium there. Senna raising the winner's trophy once again. There we go. So your race winner once again. We've got to be very, very quick. 50 Gen picking up a few awards. Clean driver, most overtakes and driver of the day. Just very quickly, here we go. Senna wins once again from Lord Coleman and Swanson on the podium with him. Easy Life, a great result in P4. Mr. Pickle, 50 Gent, Muxie, Centra Finley, Shawnee P and Sloth, the rest of the point scorers. Missing out, Al News, Deadlord, DRS Simon, Smug Gear. No retirements here in Catalonia. Well, everyone survived, and and my voice has survived, so I'll consider that a win for me. So, I've got a bit of a vocal break now, I think. Thank you all for watching. Where are we next week? We're in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. So hopefully you can join us May 12th, next Tuesday, 8 PM BST we are now, British Summer Time, wherever it is, for the halfway round in the championship. Round 5 of 10, Saudi Arabia. Hopefully you can join us. Till then, hope you have a great rest of your week, whatever you are doing, if you are racing or whatever. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next week in Jeddah. Thank you and good night, ladies and gentlemen.